So ladies and gentlemen, how's everyone doing today? Welcome back to my channel. This is your boy FlyIsland guy, and today we are here in Costa Rica and we are doing it in style. As you can see, we got the black bunny jet with the gold trim on the nacelles. Like, this is another sexy livery for the CJ4. I'm loving it. And so we're not going to directly say what the bunny is, but we all know what the bunny is, all right? So this livery is available on flightsim.to. It's going to be linked down below, as well as the actual scenery for this airport, which is Juan Santa Maria International in San Jose, Costa Rica. So today we're going to be, actually let me bring up SimBrief. Not SimBrief, Navigraph. So here in Navigraph today we're going to be taking a quick flight out to this little island of San Andres, which surprisingly it's actually a part of Colombia, which is weird considering that Colombia is way down here, and the island's surrounded by Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, and Honduras. So I was surprised to find that it's actually a part of Colombia. So we're going to be heading there today. This is a nice small little island, and the airport is right on the edge of the island. So we're going to see how things go today. I haven't flown the CJ4 in forever, so I need to really get familiar with it again, because this is going to be a jet I'm going to be flying a lot moving forward. So we already have our flight plan in, and we are pretty much ready to get the engine started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, turn the beacon on. Let's get our lights turned up, and we'll get started with the right engine. And once the right engine is stabilized, we'll go ahead and get the second engine started up, and then we'll get on the road, if you will. Alright, right engine here is stabilized, and the temperature's looking good, so I'm going to go ahead, get the left engine started. While waiting for that to get started, I'm going to go ahead and get the pushback helper activated, just so we could just back out this space. There's not too much space to really turn around here. Alright. Alright, we are fully up and running. Gonna turn our avionics on. Already have our V-speeds plugged in, so our V1 today will be 102. Yep. Gonna get the barometers set. Should be at 29 or 9 or 8. So our dude here is ready to push us back, which we'll be doing in a minute. Oh, never mind. He's going off and done his own little thing. He'll appear back in a second. Don't worry about it. Cruise altitude today is 39,000. As usual, we go up pretty high in the CJ4. All right, and I think we are good to go. So what I'll do is I'll get the passenger briefing started, and I will come back on the mic once we are ready for takeoff. Okay. There we go.
May I have your attention, please? Welcome aboard the Citation CJ4 aircraft. Your flight crew will make every effort to make your trip a pleasant one. At this time, please refer to the with lighted no smoking and seatbelt signs, placards, as well as flight crew instructions. For taxi, takeoff, and landing, please ensure that your lap belt and shoulder harness are fastened and all portable electronic devices are turned off. Tables, luggage, and loose articles must be stowed and secured. Seats must be in the upright and outboard position, and your headrest extended per instructions located near your seat. To fasten your lap belt, place the flat metal end into the buckle. Pull on the lap belt strap to tighten the lap belt. To fasten the shoulder harness, pull the shoulder harness strap across and in front of you. May I have your attention, please? At this time, please comply with the illuminated seat belt and no smoking signs. Thank you.
Alright, so I just realized by turning on the seatbelt signs, I actually cut off the safety briefing that was going on, so that was my bad. So I guess I'm back to you guys sooner than I thought. As I mentioned, this airport is a third-party scenery. From what I've seen so far, looks good. Unfortunately, we are not going to be able to see too much of it. The main terminal is off to the left, but I'll probably come back here. And we can kind of see it in all its glory. As well, you know, the climb power of the CJ4 is pretty much out of this world, so once we take off, that's pretty much it. You're barely going to see anything on the ground, so just something to watch out for. Our flying time today to San Andreas is about 45 minutes, so don't expect to be in the air for too long. It's going to be an interesting landing though, depending on which runway we come in on. There are no pappies, One has one side has pappies, one doesn't. I don't remember which one doesn't, so that's gonna make for an interesting landing. Alright, I haven't even checked to see if we are going the right way this whole time. Pretty sure we are. Oh, we can stay here. Okay. Boom. Boom. Yep, we are. So we're just gonna hold here real quick. Just make sure we're fully configured for takeoff. Peter, so they don't give us that warning. Strobes can come on. Landing lights are on. Let's get the post lights on as well. Let's get a quick look outside. Alright, we are good to go. I'm thinking about getting track IR. I don't know. I don't really have the setup for it right now. But it will kind of help with looking around and stuff. Alright, so we all prepared. I'm going to activate toggle mode, which is this guy here. And I believe we are ready for takeoff. What I will do, here we go. Alright. Cool. Now here we go, folks. So 101 is our rotate speed. Rotate. Gear up. Quick look at the terminal on the way out. Ah, it looks good. I'm gonna have to revisit here. A little bit. Alright, so we're gonna start our left turn. So autopilot could come on. Let's go nav. Gonna climb. Let's go up to 250 knots. Let's try and enjoy the scenery as we're climbing out. Just gonna check my nav source real quick. So we are over 10,000. Landing lights will come off. These pulse lights. Alright. So I was just making sure we were doing the right thing. But yeah. It's turning. Let me figure out where it's actually heading right now. So we did a legs. It's heading back to Nano. So, could probably go direct to this guy. Yeah, let's do that. That's better. Alright, so it's a lovely morning here, flying out of Costa Rica. As usual, I'm blown away by the look of the clouds. And let's check the other wing. Oof, that just looks awesome. Loving it, man, loving it. I'll pop back outside real quick. One sec. Alright, my apologies for the loudness. Alright. So just give you a quick discussion about where we're heading. It's interesting. So San Andres, Colombia. Say it's a coral island in the Caribbean Sea. It's about 26 square kilometers, sorry. It has a population of 67,000 people as of an estimate in 2007. So it's pretty cool, man. So I just see an interesting little site here that's called 13 things to know before you visit San Andres. So one of them I've actually already mentioned. It's pretty far from Colombia. That's the first thing. Due to its foundations being built on colonial power plays in the Caribbean, slavery, and a long-standing unresolved maritime dispute, things are more complicated for this little island than you may necessarily think. So apparently there's been kind of fighting between Colombia and Nicaragua, about the island of San Andres. And I guess there was some judgment that determined that the 3-island archipelago, which is composed of San Andres, Providencia, and Santa Catalina, would remain Colombian, but that most of the sea around it would become Nicaragua's economic zone. So very interesting stuff. So apparently there's cheap and direct flights to San Andres to depart daily from every major Colombian city. And so the airlines that you could fly on include Avianca, Viva Air, LAN, Wingo, and Copa. And because there's so many options, you can get flights for as low as $30 USD up to $60 USD per person, one way. So that is pretty cool. That's awesome, man. Apparently you gotta pay an entry tax to get into San Andres. That's interesting. And because it's quote unquote fairly close to Colombia, I guess a lot of Colombians consider it like a good holiday getaway. If you want to get that Caribbean feel, but you know, not actually fly to the main part of the Caribbean. And then apparently you can drink the water, so all the tap water comes from desalination stations or well reservoirs, and every bathroom and accommodation has signs saying that it isn't safe to consume. So locals don't do it, neither should you. Yeah, that's crazy. They also say that it's not paradise undiscovered. So basically, they say many travelers arrive thinking this is going to be some sort of undiscovered rustic Caribbean island, only to discover traffic, petrol fumes, lots of urban development, and a whole bunch of Colombian tourists with neon swimwear and selfie sticks. That's hilarious. But it's got lots of great beaches, of course, because it's Colombian. People mainly speak Spanish there, and they say it's more expensive than mainland Colombia, which makes sense because it's an island. That's something pretty common. If you're from an island, you'd be used to that. And the internet is pretty crappy. At high usage periods, it can take 5 minutes or so to open a new page, and that's when you can actually get a connection. We found that if we really needed to use the internet, we were much better giving up on the painfully slow connection at our guest house and instead use the 3G on our phones. This might be an old article, with a local Claro SIM card which had a good reception right across the island. So if you're going there, make sure you get a local SIM. Then they talk about the other islands. We're not going there, so I'm not going to worry about that. Any time is the best time to visit San Andres. The rainy season's from June to November, which is common for any Caribbean island, but that usually only entails a few hours of rain each day. Outside of that, San Andres tends to receive pretty great weather all year round, with an average temperature of 26 degrees Celsius. Nice. To get around the island, You can go by bus, motorbike, or golf cart. So very, very interesting stuff. Alrighty. We are still climbing up to our cruise altitude. I actually need to find out the numbers on what your climb speed should be. Actually, if I look in perf, I believe, so VNAV setup. So that's cruise should be 300 knots. The climb should still be 240. Yeah, okay. Well, 250. VNAV has us at 0.64. Actually not using VNAV, but it should be around the speed that we're trying to be at for climb anyway, so that's fine.
Altitude.
Alright, so we're within 1,000 feet. That's the performance of the CJ4. I've only been talking for maybe like 10 minutes or so. We've already reached our altitude of 39,000. So I'm just going to double check where my top of climb is. Sorry, top of descent. Actually, it's coming up on us soon. Yep. Alright. So, as usual, I'm going to be back once we get down a little bit, heading towards San Andreas. So I'm hoping for an interesting approach and landing. We'll discuss that once I get back as well. In the meantime, I'm going to go take a quick break and then I'll come back, alright? Be right back. And welcome back, everyone. We are well into our descent into San Andreas. Right now we are just crossing through 21,000 feet, heading down to 3,000 feet, which is the start of our initial approach fix. So let's just take a quick look here at Navigraph just to see exactly what's going on. And we'll look at, this is not it. Boom. Actually, it was, sorry. And so we're doing the RNP runway 6 approach. So essentially right now, I don't remember what the, oh no, sorry, we are doing the, trying to find, there we go. We're doing this Amubi 1 arrival. So this is going to be taking us into Lviv. And there was supposed to be 4,000 feet or below, I believe that is. So we're going to be hitting there at 3,000 feet, and then I think we're pretty much staying at 3,000 feet until it's time to head to our initial approach fix. So we're coming in here, and we're going to be heading, as far as I know, this is at 3,000 feet, and then we're going to be heading to Bolox, which is at 3,000 feet. Then we're going to be turning in for this landing here at runway 6, runway 06. So hopefully, this shouldn't be too bad. We've already passed our what do you call it? I forgot what it's called. I just had a brain fart. Let's see. Performance. Flight plan. It's been so long since I've used this. Takeoff. Flight plan. Prep limits. Set up next. Alright. Sorry, our transition altitude is, I think it's supposed to be 19,000 feet. But we've already crossed it anyway. I actually have no idea where to go to get the descent and like our landing information. Should be calculating our V speeds for landing, and I honestly don't remember how to do that. There we go. Alright, so the weather. Boom. I hope there's weather here. There is. Woohoo! Okay. So we have a light drizzle. And the OAC is 25 degrees. The winds are out of 110 at 4 knots. Okay. QNH is 1013. We already have that set. So our VREF is 106, and our approach speed should be 113. Alright, so we'll go ahead and send that. Actually, if it's drizzling, then let's see. Okay, sorry, that was taking a while. Let's change the conditions to wet. And yeah, that doesn't really change much, but we'll see how bad it actually is when we get there. So the thing to keep in mind here is once we get to Bogax, we'll need to descend to 1,650 feet in order to capture the glide path, I believe. So it's just something to look out for. And also, our decision height is 515. Refs menu. Let's go down. Oops. $520 should be alright. Okay. So it's already there. So that's cool. Put those guys on as well. Alright, we crossed through 10,000 feet. Get those landing lights on. Now bring my yoke back up. And let's go and tell the passengers that we're going to be preparing for landing as well. It's actually been up all this time.
May I have your attention, please? We will be landing shortly. Please turn off all portable electronic devices, stow tables, secure luggage, and loose articles. Return your seat to the upright and outboard position. Extend your headrest and fasten your lap belt and shoulder harness. After landing, please remain in your seat with your lap belt and shoulder harness securely fastened until the aircraft is come to a complete stop in the parking area. Thank you.
Alright, so let us see how this landing goes. Should be an interesting one. So as I mentioned just a few minutes ago, the weather is calling for a light drizzle in San Andreas. Now whether that's going to be actually accurate in the sim is another story. We probably won't see anything, or it'll be torrential rain, but we'll see what's happening. Right now things are looking pretty good weather-wise on approach. All I got is nothing but sun in my face and clouds. Not too much turbulence. So now we're heading through 6,400 feet. So luckily this isn't going to be really a difficult approach. It's going to be pretty straightforward actually. So we're going to be heading in and just making a right turn, a slight right turn, and then just be heading for runway 06. So as you can see, our current heading right now is about 045. So yeah, just making a slight turn to point towards the runway. We should be good to go. Looks like we are coming up on Bogox now. Or soon. I think right after that I'll dial in 1650. So here we are breaking through the clouds. And the CJ4, I noticed I get an icing warning a lot when that's happening, so this is CJ4 CRJ, and the CRJ I get that warning a lot, so just turn it on now just to make that less of an issue for landing. I'm gonna go ahead and get
Altitude.
first notch of flaps out. As usual, VNAV is spot on. Just about to cross 3,000 feet. Right, San Andreas is right in front of us. Gonna go into approach mode as well. So the runway is straight ahead. Oops. There it is. And I'm just gonna let the nose raise up and bleed off a little speed so that we could extend flaps 35.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
And we'll go gear down.
Landing gear.
And our glide path is kicked in. Everything is looking good. We are fully configured. Landing lights are on. Auto brakes armed. Just kidding. Can't wait until I get into a plane that actually has all that stuff. Just slowing down to approach speed now. Alright. Just going to one white. Three whites, one red. So I'm just going to disengage autopilot and just fly it in by hand. Still saying we're a little high right now.
Minimum 500.
Continue. Looks like we're a little right. We're pretty high, but that's fine. Crossing over the threshold. Close the throttles. And we're floating. And we're floating. Kissed. Spoilers up. ladies and gentlemen, welcome to San Andreas. So as I mentioned before, this is a third-party scenery as well. Let's get the flaps up. And we'll go landing lights and strobes off. So for anyone that's interested in coming to Colombia, this is the spot to be. And we got the nice Marshall here waiting for us. Awesome. Parking brakes on. And beacons could come off. Seatbelt signs off. Engine off. Awesome. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this flight. I sure did. It's a nice short one. And yeah, we're here in beautiful San Andreas. So as usual, what we do with sceneries, let's get outside the plane real quick. Oh, what are we doing down here? And just get a little look at the scenery. So we got the parking lot back here. We have our tower. That's the bunny jet down there. So this is a pretty small airport, but this is some good stuff, man. All right. So as I said, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this flight. I haven't been in the CJ4 in forever, so it was good to get back in and really try and familiarize myself with things. The links to all the sceneries will be in the description box below, so make sure you go and check them out and show the designer some love. And I'm definitely going to be rocking the bunny jet one more time, because I'm loving how this livery looks. But yeah, that's it for me, folks. Be sure to check back on my channel. I'm gonna say this again, but I'm gonna be taking a break soon, the next week or so I'm gonna be off for a couple weeks. That's gonna be up as a community post, as a reminder, very, very soon. So if you've subscribed, or if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you have and you're wondering why no videos are coming out over the next couple weeks or so, that's what it is. Alright, take care, everyone. This is your boy FlyIsland Guy. Stay safe, and most of all, stay fly. I'm out. Peace.